Hello fairies, welcome or welcome back. So initially I had intended for this video to be a TikTok video, but midway I decided I would make a YouTube video instead. So that's why we are jumping directly into designing. In my opinion, less is more, especially when it comes to designing. That's why whenever I do my French, you'll most of the time find me turning my finger around to get like the client view. Whenever I work on a client, I turn their finger to look like, is this how it looks for the client, not just like my point of view. So what I did here was go little by little. I'll check, fill in the empty spaces, making sure I do not touch the line, because whenever I do this it infuriates me. I get mad. I'm like, why can't I be careful? Obviously this is in my head, but yeah, that's how it works in my mind. Checking to see if there are any things to correct. I come and correct on the nail or the sides beneath, as you can see me doing here. I just make sure like I'm not missing anything. I check again, I go ahead and cure, then I come back to put a second layer, because this polish I'm using, or generally the brand of polish I'm using, is not high coverage. So most of the time I would always come back and apply a second layer, just so I have a good looking color, solid looking color. It doesn't have like this crazy lines. One thing about me, I own 2 airbrushes, but I would find a way not to use an airbrush. I feel like it consumes a lot of products and it's sometimes time consuming, but I would always prefer the look of an actual airbrush than to any other method. Like, it has the flawlessest look. Is that a word? To me, like, it's very flush, it's very everything. But also I had just gotten these sponge blocks and I actually wanted to try them out to see how they work, and I feel like with a pigmented color it somehow works. I wouldn't do this with a client. I always like try it on myself, but now that I think of it, I feel I should have used a matte layer or buffed it a little bit. I feel like I would have gained more from this method or technique and the polish if it was matte. However, trust me to always try not to use an airbrush before actually having to use an airbrush, even if I prefer the look of an airbrush. That said, with this method, I just work with small amounts of the polish and I somewhat flash cure, and that's how I was able to pull off this fake airbrush look. It was hard for me to concentrate the product only in the middle. Like, I don't like it when the airbrush look, don't mind people using fast cars, if you could hear that, or fast bikes, I don't know what that was, while I'm doing my voiceovers. But back to what I was saying, I don't like it when the airbrush or oral look has like a slightly pale color or a paler color compared to like the polish. Like, I want it to actually look like the color on the ring finger, as you can see, but it doesn't really look like it. It's still fine, but I would prefer it otherwise. That's why I feel like the airbrush is honestly superior. Honestly, I got tired of doing the sponge method. I was really trying to get it to that brown, like the same brown on the ring finger, but I really got bored and tired, so I went ahead and applied a layer of base coat for the gold monochrome design I was going to do over it, but honestly I was just tired. I could have done more. As if doing a French wasn't difficult enough with a regular pigmented product, here I'm using blooming gel and I'm outlining my French because I'm going to be doing a blooming gel style. How do you call it? I don't know why I've been laughing so much doing this voiceover. I need to concentrate. I'm sorry, guys. So I went ahead and kept on outlining as I do always with my French. I would check, turn my finger. Even when it's a client, as I said, I would turn the finger, try to make sure like it looks good in my eyes and in their eyes, like both POVs look good, you know. I would normally use a small dotting tool for this. Well, depending on what I'm trying to achieve, I would use a dotting tool. But this time I was just like, I see other people use a brush, so I'm going to try to use a brush, forgetting I might ruin all the hard work I did while trying to make a clear French. But I feel it did turn out well. I like it. I like the first one more, but I think they both look nice. I did check later and go back in on some dots because I felt they weren't pigmented enough. But after that, I let it spread for a few seconds and that was it. I went ahead and cured. I don't know about you guys, but my favorite finger to work on is my thumb. In this upward facing position, it's not the best for me, but I still love it. But when I do my nails and I'm not filming, I sit in a very weird comfortable position, which allows me to do all the best work I can ever do on my thumb. So my thumb actually gets the best of my work or my know-how. But yeah, like I just wanted to say I love working on my thumb. Anytime I am going to do any buffing on a nail and the other nails have a design already and they are basically done, I go ahead and apply top coat just to protect it. Remember I had applied top coat on the middle finger? Here I'm coming to buff it a little because I'm going to do a gold chrome design over it. So since I needed to protect the ombre effect on that's why I used top coat. No, sorry, base coat. Then I'm fine. I could have used matte top coat, but I just felt like using base coat just to see how it would look. Quite honestly, the ombre didn't come out as smooth as I would have wanted it to, but it still looks good, and yeah, it can work. I don't know how, but I did mess up this design, and when I was about to cure, I noticed it, so I had to come back and clean. And while cleaning, I touched the other design and all that. It's very annoying when this happens. Anyway, to me, it's very annoying. So I had to clean all of this, which is actually even a good thing because I didn't really like how it came out. So yeah, I had to do this again. However, this finger is the literal star of the set. It's my favorite. I loved it when I applied chrome and it came to life, especially when I applied the top coat. It literally came to life and I was so in love with it. This is my favorite finger. Do not hesitate to let me know which finger is your favorite, or is it the middle finger like me? I don't know, I'm so in love with this one. Now that the design is down, I just wanted to make these empty spaces look a little more opaque, so that's why I came back with the sponge. Then immediately after curing, I came on with my top coat to finish the look. Now it's charm time. Most of the time when I work on someone else, I would apply the charm gel immediately after applying the top coat, just so it lasts longer. I just feel like that would make it last longer. But since I wasn't going to be wearing this for long, I just cured them, later used my charm or glue, rhinestone glue, to apply. Yeah. It looked cute, like straight like this, but I feel it was cuter, like curved. Can you see? I think that makes a big difference. For this 3D shell looking design, I typically and I prefer the look of using the, depends on what you're using. I sometimes use gel, some people use gel. Most of the times I would use rhinestone glue, but I prefer using it after top coat. Then I use top coat to top coat it. I don't know if that makes sense, because to me, once you apply it, then you apply top coat over it, it looks a whole lot different. And sometimes I think that actually looks nice, but not always. I mean, it depends on what you're going for. But in my opinion, because when you put, I'm just saying anything right now. When you put, not saying anything, I'm just lost in how to explain this. When you put like a glob of, how do you say it? Top coat, yeah. When you put a glob of top coat over it, it adds more volume to it and it makes it like more crystal clear. This is just my opinion, but when you put top coat over it, like the whole nail, it just gives it this cakey feeling. If you get it, you get it. I don't know how else to say this, sorry. Later when I apply the top coat, I think you would see what I mean. You'll just say, I can't really explain what it looks like. Here I am applying top coat to it, and I don't know if you can see, give it more volume, give it more life. Do you get? I hope you understand what I mean. I also understand not everyone has time to do this, and sometimes I would go with top coat over it. Like I would do the 3D shell design first, then I'll apply top coat. It just depends, especially if the inspo the client shows me looks that way. But if I have a little bit more time, I'll just go ahead and do the top coat after. When I'm done with everything, even though oval shapes or almond shapes, in my opinion, generally do not need a lot of reshaping or realigning after top coat, I still use the coarser side of my buffer to sort of crisp it up and give it like a neater look, a little bit of shaping and all of that, just to make sure like it feels even underneath. We have now arrived to the end of this video. Please leave a thumbs up if you liked it. Be sure to comment and subscribe as well. I would really like to know how you guys feel about my take on this design. And until next time, thank you. Bye.